What's up, everybody? Me and Rembreezy and the Hard Pass crew is back. Sorry, I'm adjusting my camera. It's a new camera. As you can probably see, your voice coming in
Crispy, dude.
crystal clear.
Dude,
Uh,
looking good, man.
what's up, Remy? How you doing, brother?
Dude, you know me, man. Just living the dream day by day, riding around, getting it. Definitely not in a deep, dark place right now.
Definitely not.
Not like everything is crumbling from underneath me. But yeah, other than that,
Other than that, so you have a good Christmas?
did had a great Christmas. Had a little time off from work. Favorite thing in the world. I don't know, man. I don't know if I could rock it right now. I'm too
Bro,
upset.
it's tough, dude.
I'm
It's a
too
sick
upset.
jacket, though.
It is sick. Don't get me wrong.
It is sick.
It is very nice. But yeah, I mean, it's been tough, man. It was good, dude. I got to hang out with Jacob Clayton on my time off.
You got to see Jay Clay stay getting paid?
I got to see Jay Clay stay paid. Hung out, went to the movies, got him sick. You
Nice.
know, dude,
Nice.
like you do. But no, it was great, man. I like I said, time away from work, time to sit back and relax, watch some movies, drink some eggnog, hang out with friends and fam. I absolutely loved it. And old Santa Claus was pretty nice to me this year. So
Yeah, I saw your haul. He had a pretty nice haul. So yeah, for real. No, it's cool. I'm glad Christmas came and went. I got some monitors for Christmas, and I purchased me some items from myself to myself for Christmas, and it was cool.
damn, Santa was nice to you, dude.
You know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and check the time on my
Dude,
Apple Watch Ultra, Playboy.
What time is it, bro?
Dude, I don't even know. You probably could see here.
Dude.
Nah, it
was
was
crystal clear new camera. I can see your crystal clear new watch.
Got a new phone.
Hanging out with your new phone. Damn, dog.
Nah, it was cool.
Sandy was,
it was
nice
good.
To you, bro.
It was good. We got to see everybody. Nick was in town. She's flying back out tomorrow to Denmark. So got to see the little lady.
Nice.
Spend time with Matt and everybody. And it was a lot of fun. So
that's awesome.
Other than sports, you know, honestly, I'm too tired I'm too tired, Grandpa. Well, that's too damn bad.
That's too damn bad.
I mean, where do we even begin? I guess we'll start with your Dolphins.
Oh, God. Man, oh, God.
Dolphins are on a bit of a streak, Remy.
Bit of, huh?
Bit of a losing streak.
You know, it
was looking dreary, but honestly, Denmark is sad, bro. It's sad, dude.
I made my way down to Miami back right before Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Went and watched us play the Browns, and we put on a show. We dominated the Browns. We go in.
Turns out the Browns are not good.
We put up 30 points in the first half against the Texans. I'm feeling good. I'm like, bro, we finished that game. We're 8-3. We're 8-3. I'm looking at scenarios like, all right, if the Chiefs lose this or the Bills lose, we beat the Bills, you know, we move into the 1 seed. Like, I'm looking at all these crazy scenarios. But then I'm like, hey, you know, tough stretch of the schedule coming. I'm like, if we win 2 out of those 4 games, I'll be happy. Because I was like, we got the Niners, we got the Chargers, we got the Bills in Buffalo, and we got the Packers. And no matter how bad the Packers have been this year, that's always Aaron Rodgers. So I looked at that stretch. I said, if we win 2 of those football games, I'll be ecstatic. And we go out and put up a stinker against the Niners, score on the very first play, lose the game. Put up the worst game I've ever watched us play, maybe against the Chargers. Come within so close of beating the Bills in Buffalo in the snow game. And I'm like, all is saved. We're back. I'm like, we lost that game, but the Bills are maybe the best team in football, and they had to beat us on the last play of the game. So we're back. So I'm like, all right, it all gets fixed on Christmas Day. My Christmas wish, we're going to do it. We're going to come out. We're going to look good. We're going to beat the Packers. We're going to get back on track. We come out firing.
What is that? What is that? What is that old show? Didn't happen.
Didn't happen. False.
That's a lie. Remember,
Yeah. The guy.
what was that? Oh,
Hilarious.
man.
Come
Never
out
happened.
firing, though, dude.
Yeah.
Absolute on fire. Me and you talked. You called me. We had to lead 20-10 with the ball,
But
midfield.
the fumble, I just knew.
Midfield's like, all right, dude, we could potentially get a touchdown, maybe a field goal here. Really kind of get it over with, get it out of the water, early in the first half. We are firing on all cylinders. And then the second half happened. We had one possession in the third quarter. We get the ball to begin the fourth quarter, interception to end the game. And now Tua, who I am still a firm believer in, I will not back down on my belief of Tua, but he has struggled a little bit the last few weeks, and now he's back in the concussion protocol. And the social media doctors are in full force once again, calling for his retirement, calling for him to walk away from the game. He has not even officially been diagnosed with a concussion. They said he came in on Monday and self-reported that he had some symptoms. They did not put him on IR today.
So he put himself in the protocol.
He put himself in the protocol, said he had some symptoms. And, of course, there's the clip going around social media where he got tackled from behind and you see him land on his back. And once again, and just I don't know what it is. Maybe my man's head is just too heavy or something.
Man got a heavy head, bro.
Just whiplashes into the ground. And you can see where it might have caused the concussion. And maybe that's what affected his play, because the 3 interceptions came into the game with 5 interceptions total on the season and then throws 3 in a row. Maybe he was concussed. Maybe that had something to do with his play. I don't know. All I know is that the first half he was on fire. Second half he couldn't have looked any worse than what he did. But I'm torn, man, because I want my team to be good, and I want that kid in particular to be good, because of how much that draft pick meant to me when we made it, and the hopes that I had for that kid. And he's just genuinely a good kid, dude. Like, he's genuinely
he's an awesome guy.
Awesome guy. And I want him to be successful, but I can't help but sit here and start thinking about, like, in all reality, we're talking about 3 concussions this year. In one season, 3 concussions. I know the Buffalo one the first time around, he got to finish the game and everyone made a big fuss about it. I mean, it looked like a concussion. The Bengals one was clearly a concussion. This one, not as bad as what happened in Cincinnati, but still 3 concussions in a year is scary. So there is a lot of talk of him sitting out the rest of the year. People pushing.
So it is a concussion? Is that confirmed?
It's not confirmed, but I mean, if he's out there, diagnosed, like basically going to the doctors and saying, hey, look, I've got this, I've got that, it's crazy. But that's what it looks like. It is. I mean, I'm just saying, like I said, the Buffalo one, at the end of the day, he didn't show symptoms or whatever, but you played sports, I played sports. You know how tough it is for a guy to take yourself out of a game. It's especially when it's impossible. Play. When you can play. Like, don't get me wrong, concussions are nothing to take lightly. But
bro, I'm saying, what if he comes out the game and it's a close game or y'all are winning and y'all end up losing that game? What do you think the media is going to do with that?
I mean, I don't know. I went from such a high to now a low, where, like I said, 8-3 was not long ago, and now 8-7, and we still have a really easy path into the playoffs. If we win this week against New England and the Jets lose to the Seahawks, we're in. No matter what happens in the final week of the season, we're in. With a win and a Jets loss, we're in. Or if we win the next 2, we're in. The issue is I don't think this team really can win without Tua. We've seen them play without Tua, and they did not look good. They were a bad team. Lost all 3 games he didn't play in, didn't finish. And it's like, I want to be good, dude. I just want to be good. It's been so long since I've been able to sit back and go, damn, we got a good football team. And a month ago, I was all in. And now all of a sudden I'm not. 4 straight losses, quarterback back in the concussion protocol. My hopes are dwindling. My hopes are dwindling. I mean, we gave Buffalo all they wanted, dude. It's the first time in so many years that we actually match up with the Buffalo Bills. We haven't been able to match up against Buffalo in so long, and now we can. And it's like, yeah, but it's all for nothing. You're not even going to make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Well,
21 years since we won a freaking playoff game, dude.
It sucks. It does. I mean, honestly, it's unfortunate. But either way, I think you got to get Tua healthy and you got to run it back. I definitely think that there's still some things that you need to be doing with that offensive line to improve
100.
it some. And honestly, the secondaries, the defense is just
the defense, dude.
So much worse than what it.
I don't want to. I get online. I get on Twitter. Of course, I'm all over Dolphins Twitter. And I see people defending our defensive coordinator, yada, yada, yada. Dude, we are 27th, I think, in scoring defense in the NFL. Also,
much worse defensively than where y'all were.
I saw a stat, and I've been screaming at the television for weeks, wondering why we blitz so much. We are one of the biggest blitzing teams in the NFL.
You paid the guys. You went out and got Chubb. You went out and got defensive ends.
You traded all those things and you gave all that money to Bradley Chubb. You took a first-round pick on Jalen Phillips. You got Melvin Ingram. You got Christian Wilkins. You've got Van Ginkel. You've got guys that can get to the quarterback without having to blitz. Why are we blitzing? Saw a stat from the game against the Packers. You ready for this? This is going to blow your mind. We blitzed Aaron Rodgers 25 times. On those 25 blitzes, we got 1 sack, and he had a passer rating of 119. On the plays where we did not blitz him, his passer rating was, I think, 26.
No way.
And we just kept blitzing. I sat there and screamed at the television, why are you still blitzing over and over? And we don't. Your favorite player, old Blitz Boy, has been out for the season. He's the one out of the secondary that can make plays happen while blitzing. The rest of these guys are not natural blitzing secondary guys. And we're getting toasted because of it. Xavier Howard's off this year. He's just not been himself. I just so many times see him trailing people in man-to-man coverage. And then the rest of the corners are just undrafted 7th-round pick guys that shouldn't maybe be in the league. And they're having to play major minutes.
End of the day, they didn't get it done against Green Bay. You got to win that game.
Got to win that game.
You got to win that game.
Especially with the start. The way we started, dude. You got to win that.
Didn't get it done, and that's unfortunate. A team that is somehow getting it done is my team a little bit, which is very surprising.
A lot bit.
We go to Seattle. We lose a tough game at home against Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's defense is still really good. We came up short in that game. And then the Lions come to town, and the Lions have been on fire.
Mm-hmm.
And we just destroyed them.
Absolutely dismantled them.
This team, I mean, it was a little closer than what it actually was. Like, this game was a blowout. And I don't care what ends up happening. If we do end up making the playoffs, great. If we don't, whatever. It's just fun to see a team that can run the football, dude. I love it. I love watching Foreman run that ball, and even Hubbard, Chuba, he's coming along. We had 2 running backs over 100 yards in the first half for me.
Yeah. Oh, I watched it. It was wild. Y'all were just busting 30-yard runs
every other play,
left and right, dude. And I knew the Lions' defense was not very good, but I mean, y'all set records, franchise records in this game. Most rushing yards in Carolina Panthers history, most total yards in Carolina Panthers history.
I mean, honestly, just watching this happen, right? If anybody can run the football, you're going to win these games.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to have a really good chance to win. And then on top of that, Sam Darnold's just not turning the football over because he does have a better – this is probably the best offensive line he's ever had currently. He's not great. Don't get me wrong. He's Sam Darnold. He's not going to go out there and wow you. But when you can run the football, he can still every now and then throw a sick pass. So,
I think, and you know me, I've been one of the bigger Sam Darnold detractors over the years. But as long as he's not losing you the game, like going out of his way to lose you the game, he can be productive. But like a game like this, I mean, he put up 250 passing yards, but a game where he's able to only drop back and throw the ball 22 times, I mean, that's the recipe for success there. He's not a guy I trust dropping back 45 times. Because
he's never going to win that way.
He's going to make mistakes. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting DJ Moore the football as much as possible. Terrence Marshall's a football player.
Yeah.
He makes sick catches.
Finally become.
I don't know what he did to Matt Rule, but he said something about his mom or something. Had to be.
Had to have. How about?
But I will say, Horn broke his wrist.
I saw the injury to J.C. Horn.
That man needs to stay healthy, bro.
So that sucks.
We got Josh Norman back.
Brought Josh Norman back. Bro, I didn't realize Josh Norman was 35 years old.
He's old, bro.
Damn, he ain't no young gun no more, bro. 35. Where's the time gone? Holy shit.
You should have never left.
No, I mean it's good to watch. Y'all are starting. Y'all look like the team I thought y'all were gonna be this year, all of a sudden. Like I thought early in the year, I thought this is kind of what the Panthers would be. I thought they'd be like a 7 or 8 win football team. It just took y'all forever to figure out that this is what you are. And it's crazy to me to sit back and look and say, damn, after you trade Christian McCaffrey, which McCaffrey's been balling out in San Francisco. But after y'all traded him is when you, and of course fired Matt Rule, is when you realize that you do have the ability to run the ball with these other guys. So
them boys respect Wilks. They scared of that man.
Once again, this is just further proof. Why would you ever pay a running back?
No.
Why would you pay a running back?
And next year, he's going to get 1 year, $3 million, and we're going to re-sign him.
I mean, it's crazy to me. It's like you literally, D'Onta Foreman was not even in the NFL.
Not only that, why would you give Matt Rule like a 10-year contract?
A 1-year contract, any contract. Jesus. What's your thoughts on the coach, though? What do you think about Wilks? Does he keep the job?
I think
Let's say you don't make the playoffs. Let's say you come 1 game short. Is he your head coach next year?
I think he has done everything he can to be the head coach. I think if we don't go get Sean Payton, then keep Wilks. That's what I think. And I think he's going to be on a 2-year deal or something, not nothing crazy. But I think what he's done is he's made these boys accountable. The football team now plays very sound football. We run the football. We play really good defense. We control the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. And I can get behind that. You know me, Remy. I'm a simple man.
Old school. Grind it out.
I can get behind controlling the line of scrimmage. So
same here.
We got at the Bucks this week. Going to be a tough game. I think that they're a tough matchup for us because they have those big defensive tackles running the football. But I think we're a tough matchup for them as well. Tom Brady is not as...
They're just not that good.
Yeah.
They're not good. Because of clearly it's Tom Brady. It's Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're on TV all the time. They kind of suck. They're kind of hard to watch play. They cannot run the ball. Have you seen
I've
their
watched
running
Bucks.
numbers?
They're terrible.
Have you seen their running numbers?
In a land where every running number is setting records across the league, they're like 3 yards a carry.
I want to read this out to you.
Remy, they haven't scored a rushing touchdown since they have like 3 rushing touchdowns on the year or something.
Total rushing yards on the season. They have 1,155 rushing yards total. Dead last in the NFL. 100-something yards below the team above them. That is crazy. They are awful. To put it into perspective, the Bears lead the league in rushing with almost 2,700 compared to the Buccaneers 1,100. They are awful at running the ball. I'm never going to put anything past Tom Brady. Tom Brady's going to win this game. He's going to make the playoffs as the 4 seed because they're going to win the damn division. He's going to get a home playoff game. They're going to run their way through the playoffs and win another damn championship because it's just what is supposed to happen to make my life miserable. But they're not good, bro. They suck. I'm sorry. I think y'all got this. I think y'all going to beat them.
I don't know. Terrible. I mean, I think we could beat them. We could win out. I really do think we could beat these 2 final teams. It is at the Bucks and at the Saints. That's kind of tough. But running the football travels. So, as Caleb said, re-sign Bozeman. I agree. The offensive line is full of maulers. It's weird that it took firing Matt Rule to start the center that we went out and acquired in the offseason. I don't understand it. I don't get it.
Wild times.
I don't know what Pat Eflin had against Matt Rule's family. But once again, Matt Rule's a clown.
Wild times that we live in.
Let's fucking go, baby. Tampa Bay. Tom Brady.
Did you watch any of the game last night? Did you watch any of the Chargers-Colts game?
The Colts are bad.
Dude, they suck.
Yeah, the Colts suck.
They are bad. The Chargers played a very bad football game, and it was never in doubt. The Colts were awful. I feel bad. Like, Nick Foles is just out there collecting a paycheck. They're like, oh, yeah, you're starting, by the way.
You know who's bad? Is the Broncos. They get 51 hung on them by the Rams.
A, yes. B, watched it on Nickelodeon. It's just the way to watch football, by the way.
Yeah.
If you ever get the Nickelodeon games, which I think they're still doing a playoff game this year.
Same
The Nickelodeon game is the way to watch the NFL. Slime time, baby. They got domed by the Rams, who have been awful all year as well. And it led to what I think is the least surprising firing of the year. Nathaniel Hackett not even making it through his first season, and he's gone.
Sick game for Baker. 24 for 28, 230 and 2 tutties. Cam Akers, he's apparently back out the doghouse now.
Yeah.
He's doing what Cam Akers was doing last year. We'll see how that holds up. You know, I know he wanted to be traded and all this stuff was going on. Russell Wilson, there's something wrong with him. And
I can't explain it. He's just not. Something's not there. I don't know how much of it is play calling or coaching or what's going on there. Something's not there. He
has a 35 QBR.
It's atrocious. He is tough to watch, and I don't understand it though, because I watched him in Seattle, and even when he wasn't at his best, he could still throw a deep ball just as good as anybody in the league. He can't throw anything right now. He refuses to run. He can't throw. It's bad. And the Denver Broncos, if they don't turn that around, if they don't find a way to make Russell Wilson work in Denver, they're going to be bad for a very long time, because they can't move that contract and they don't have draft picks anymore to make up for it. They are in a very bad spot if they cannot figure that out.
They're in a heap of trouble.
Now, you mentioned earlier Sean Payton. That news came out over the weekend that he is all the way back into trying to become a head coach next year, and apparently has brought along Vic Fangio to be defensive coordinator. So it's looking like he's trying to put together a pretty all-star cast of coaches around him. Mm-hmm. Now, naturally, the Broncos, because they just fired their coach, were one of the teams that came up was Denver for Sean Payton. I know you mentioned possibly Carolina would like to take a crack at him. Where's Sean Payton coaching next year?
I don't think it's Carolina. Possibly could be Denver. I don't know. I think he's going to wait. I mean, why would you
want the Denver job?
That's what's I think he waits and sees exactly what happens. Maybe he goes to the Cardinals. I don't know. We'll see about what that situation looks like. I don't know if I want to be the head coach of Kyler Murray.
Did you see the reports that came out on that? Apparently, it is a pretty deep rift between old Cliff Kingsbury and Kyler Murray, which is crazy because of how much Cliff Kingsbury wanted to coach him.
Is it crazy though? Kyler Murray's a dickhead, bro.
No, it is. But I'm saying like that. They drafted Josh Rosen with the top 10 pick the year before and said, "Nah, we're going Kyler Murray." Which, don't get me wrong, Josh Rosen not even in the league. So
yeah.
Yes, but it's just poor team management when you use back-to-back top 10 picks on quarterbacks.
And then didn't want to give him a deal, got bullied into giving him a contract. Like,
You know, that's a bad situation too. I think he would more likely take the Cardinals job because Kyler, as much of a headache as he is, he at least has some talent. But can you win with him?
Though? He's a little running quarterback coming off a torn ACL.
Torn ACL, and he has a major attitude problem. I don't know. Maybe he takes over the Patriots when Bill Belichick retires, like I called in my beginning of the year hot takes.
You know where he should go to the Raiders.
Maybe he goes to the Dolphins when they fire Mike McDaniel and bring Tom Brady in to be the quarterback next year.
Quarterback/owner.
Quarterback/owner/lost first round draft pick/
So
God, I hate it.
What ends up happening with the running back for the quarterback for the Ravens, Lamar? There's some things that the Falcons are really wanting him. They're trying to ship the house for him.
So it's weird, right? Because it's all kind of playing into Baltimore's hands in that he was very good to start the season.
Mm-hmm.
And then he wasn't very good. And then he got hurt. And so Baltimore's just got to be sitting there looking at the price tag coming down. But I don't think it's going to come down.
I don't think so.
I think he's going
to. I think there's teams lining up wanting him.
I think he wants that, $50 million deal that some of these other guys have been getting. It's interesting. I mean, if you're Baltimore, can you move on? Can you are they the team that does it? Lamar to Miami. It's already been talked about. I've already seen the Photoshop pictures of Lamar Jackson in Dolphins uniforms. I've seen it all. I mean, whatever at this point, dude. Sure. Who cares? Tua's retiring anyway. But is this the one? Is this the one where the team says thanks but no thanks? We'll figure the quarterback position out somewhere else. Do you think it's Baltimore?
I don't know, man.
Remember, they got burned pretty bad with the Joe Flacco deal.
They did.
Joe Flacco played like an ungodly superstar in that playoff run to win a Super Bowl. And then they had to pay him to be the number one paid quarterback in the league. And it didn't pan out.
Mm-hmm.
So you think that they're the ones? And if so, where does he go?
I don't know. I don't know. There's some options. You know who's pretty bad is Deshaun Watson. I'm just bouncing around, just talking about NFL.
I mean,
he is terrible.
I mean, he has not been good. Maybe taking a year and a half off in the NFL is not the best idea.
Not really his choice.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe don't do what you did to be forced to take a year and a half off.
Right.
So I mean, he's been pretty good.
I see there's mocks coming out with the Kentucky quarterback being the number one overall pick.
That's insanity.
Have you seen that?
That's insanity. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've looked at his numbers, like his stats. They're not that good.
No,
they're not that good.
No.
But you know what he is, Terry? What is he?
He is a workout warrior.
But more specifically? Give me some specifics.
Is a pretty athletic, tall, white right-handed quarterback.
Right-handed quarterback.
Who looks good in shorts.
They love it. They love it. We'll coach him up, dude. We'll figure it out. So who knows? And the other two guys, not very big and also not very white. So they don't love that as much. They do love those big, tall, white, right-handed guys.
That's true. Not very big and not very white. So it is weird.
While they are more talented football players, people are going to fall in love with the big, tall, white guy that can throw the ball real far. We'll see.
Listen, I've seen him spin it. He can absolutely spin it. But so could Zach Wilson, so could all these other guys.
So could Zach Wilson. I love that that's a perfect segue into holy shit. He's
Wilson.
Done. He's toast.
He's done.
He's absolute toast. This is insanity.
It happened so fast.
His name is going to be up there with the Jamarcus Russells and the Ryan Leafs in NFL history. I was never the biggest fan. I never expected it to be this bad. I never expected it to be this bad. I saw the highlight tapes of him just flicking a wrist 60 yards. I've seen it.
Dude, he's
And I'm
terrible.
like, just no way. He's so bad. He's so bad that we're literally sitting here like Mike White is just legitimately a better quarterback than him. He's done. The reports are already coming out. They're moving on. After this year, they're moving on. You're talking, he was the number 2 overall pick last year. And they're going to move on 2 years in. I want you to think about that.
So he's inactive, right?
Yeah.
He's
No,
not
he's
even
third string quarterback. Going to be in street clothes again. I saw a thing today where they were talking about somebody talked to a current NFL player, and they said that the coaching was basically like, I think it was a linebacker, and they said when the ball snapped, just get depth, just back up, because he's just going to throw the motherfucker right to you.
right.
And they're like, son of a bitch, this is what he does. It's like he doesn't look, he just slings it. Real gunslinger mentality without the talent or anything else to go along with it. That is shocking to me. It is shocking. Once again, I said it all along. He was doomed from the moment the Jets drafted him, because that's just what happens when the Jets draft quarterbacks.
Bro,
But
he's
I
terrible.
never could have expected it to be this bad. He's out of
Round
town.
1,
2
pick
years.
2.
Round 1, pick 2. 2 years in the league. See ya. Crazy.
Where do you think he goes?
The XFL. The
Watch.
CFL. Watch the
Caleb,
Panthers.
I swear to God.
Honestly, that is a Panthers move if I've ever seen one. I think we'll let Darnold walk. Let's go ahead and give up a couple 2s for Zach Wilson. I mean, wow, it's working. Keep it going, dude. Just keep trading for backup quarterbacks. I love it. Love the strategy.
So we'll shift out of the NFL. We'll go college. You ready for? There's some big time bowl games coming up.
There is. There's also been a lot of bad bowl games,
Wow.
and I hate it. I hate
Yeah.
it. We're talking.
Honestly, I haven't watched too many of them.
I haven't really either, because who cares? Let's
Yeah.
be honest. Who cares?
Do you care about the Duluth Trading Cure Bowl?
What was the one that
That was
me and Wes were watching downstairs, and it's one that is so just insane to me. It's like Ticket Smarter Bowl. What is Ticket Smarter? And why do they have a bowl game? And why are people playing in the bowl game? I've said it until I'm blue in the face. We have too many bowls. They don't mean anything. They mean nothing. These are
Plain bowl.
essentially preseason.
the Mortgage
games.
Gasparillo Bowl, the Independence Bowl, Armed Forces Bowl, the R+L Carriers New Orleans Bowl, the RoofClaim.com
RoofClaim.com.
Boca Raton Bowl.
Bowl.
Famous
Myrtle
out of-
Beach is a bowl game. It's called the
It's
Myrtle
called
Beach
Myrtle
Bowl.
Beach Bowl.
Who wants to play in that? It was also in the middle of the day on a weekday.
On a Monday,
There was like 20 people at this game. It's 2 teams from nowhere near Myrtle Beach.
Marshall and Yukon.
They're playing in the Myrtle Beach Bowl. I bet they couldn't wait to take home the Myrtle Beach trophy back to their home schools and just be super proud of themselves. It's insanity. We got just too many damn bowls.
The
They don't mean
Frisco
anything.
Bowl presented by ServPro. The New Mexico Bowl.
It's
The Lending
insanity.
Tree Bowl. The Jimmy Kimmel LA Bowl presented by Stifle. I don't even. The Wasabi Fenway Bowl.
The Wasabi Fenway Bowl, baby. Love it. Don't like it. Love it. So how about this? There's a game on right now. Coastal Carolina versus East Carolina.
Yeah.
And how about old buddy was playing the quarterback?
For Coastal?
Yeah.
Thought he
He's
ended the
in, the,
transfer
he's,
portal.
he's in the transfer portal, and he's still playing for Coastal Carolina in this game.
West Virginians do love Myrtle Beach, bro. Ain't no doubt about it. There's so many West
They
Virginia tags.
100% do. 100% do. But yeah, no, Grayson McCall is actually playing for Coastal.
So,
even though he's in the transfer.
Looks like there's actually some. But like we start to get into some decent football.
the
games.
good
Finally.
ones are coming. The good ones are on the way.
Thursday, South Carolina plays Friday.
Friday. South
We have one tight
Carolina.
end on the roster.
Yep. And how
Literally.
many running backs? Two?
2.
2 running backs on the roster, 1 tight end on the roster.
Word
Rattler
is
playing.
he's playing.
Heard that Jordan Birch is undecided.
Why is Jordan Birch undecided? What has he done?
Yeah. What have you done? What have you done?
Marshawn Lloyd might be coming back.
Great. I've seen all the like the recruiting news and all these players.
Actually, really good recruiting.
Yeah, I don't give 2 shits. I don't give a shit about none of them. None of them. Because after what I watched year,
Luke Doty at running back.
After what I watched this year, when we finally get some of these recruits to start panning out and then they all want to leave, I don't even give a shit. Give me a bunch of 2 stars for all I care. Just stay at South Carolina for the love of God.
Yeah.
You think we winning? You think this rag? No. I mean, in all fairness, they're also a ragtag group of people. They've lost a bunch of their talent coming into this game as well.
Who knows?
Quarterback, the tight end.
Half the teams don't even play anymore.
And Alabama is not in the playoff. Gets Bryce Young and Will Anderson to play in their game. It's not even in the college football playoff.
That's because they're Alabama, and you better play in the bowl. You better play football.
What is going on? You're talking about potentially 2 of the top 3 draft picks in the draft.
Kansas State is going to get skull fucked. It's going to be disgusting. Alabama is going to destroy Kansas State.
I have a feeling as well. But all that being said, as down as I am on this sport that has meant so much to me my entire life, as down bad as I am, my Dolphins are just crumbling under the pressure. The only good players on the Gamecocks are all leaving. We're probably going to get stomped in this bowl of Notre Dame. But I have one thing that I have, and that is Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern, TCU versus Michigan.
You think they win?
Football. You damn right I think they win. I think they win the whole damn thing because I need something in my life to be happy about.
I need this.
No, but I'm excited. I'm just happy they're there, man. I after all this shit where they kept, in my opinion, getting screwed over, for them to finally be in the show, I'm just happy that they're there.
We'll see. Honestly,
XFL will be back. You damn right. I'm about to be the biggest XFL fan in the world.
Honestly, I need them back.
You need them back.
I need them back, man. I need the Braves to play every day so I can take my mind off of other shitty sports.
You were talking about before we started your Hawks. Not quite the season you were expecting up to this point.
Nope. Fire the coach. He's terrible.
17-16 Atlanta Hawks.
And they were losing by like 10 to the Pacers right now. They're terrible. Hawks.
Not what you expected when you made the DeJounte Murray trade, huh?
No, they've been hurt, but I mean, honestly,
I know.
Who cares? Honestly, who cares? Because I mean, I don't think they're just that good. I don't think they're like well put together. They play terrible defense. Looking at the standings, you have Denver, you have the Pelicans and Grizzlies, all battling out.
Love it.
Miss Mary Beth said the transfer portal seems to ruin college football. Need more. That is true.
Amen. I agree. I'm all about and I don't want to be like the person that's like, oh, the money's get your money, whatever. I was a big proponent of name, image, and likeness. The issue is the regulations, the tampering that goes on with it is insane.
Yeah,
it's insane. It's crazy that you now live in a college football landscape where the bigger teams can just go and pick and choose the players they want from other schools to fill in their roster to make them better. I mean, I do not like the direction that college football is heading. I do think there has to be some things put into play. I'm not saying don't pay the players. I'm fine. If you want to make money because you're better than everybody else and you signed an autograph or sold a jersey, that's fine for me. I don't care about that. What I do care about is Drake May getting offered $5 million to go be
He's a North Carolina quarterback.
That's the report, that there are multiple offers on the table for this kid. $5 million. What are we talking about here? $5 million? Should be making more than most NFL players at that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Wow, remember in the NFL when we had to put the rookie pay scale in? The NFL had to go, wait a minute.
I mean, honestly, at this point, they're just playing semi-professional football.
Yeah, right?
Might be professional.
Shit. They're going to be making more of these XFL and USFL players, that's for damn sure. Stick around, baby. Make that money. I mean, but yeah, it's wild, though. These numbers getting thrown around are crazy. $5 million. What?
But yeah, Zion's shooting 60% from the floor.
Oh, I know. Once again, also receipts that I've been collecting since last season. All these motherfuckers. Oh, he's too fat. Oh, he's too fat. He can't even jump. He's so fat. He's doing Mountain Dew and Doritos commercials. He's so fat. Balling on everybody.
He is.
We talked about it last year. I don't think that was all on Zion. I think that team had a lot to do with that. And when that video released of him yamming that in between the legs dunk at the end of the season was just him saying, listen, I could be playing. I could be playing. And they didn't want to. I'm just saying. I think he was fine. So, speaking of the NBA, this was a fun one for me. So I'm gonna drop some stats on you. All right. You know. So LeBron James is in his 20th NBA season. He's in his 20th year in the league. We have had a total of 6 players. Let me see if I count that right. 6 players in the history of the NBA play into their 20th season. I'm going to give you some numbers here. Points per game in their 20th seasons. You have Robert Parrish, who averaged 3.9 points per game in year 20. Vince Carter, 5.4 points per game in year 20. The all-timer Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, 10.1 points per game in year 20. You're talking about the league's all-time leading scorer. Dirk Nowitzki averaged 12 points per game in year 20. Then you have Kobe Bryant, 17.6 in year 20. Pretty damn good. LeBron James is averaging 27.8 points per game in year number 20 of his career.
He's literally doing exactly what he's doing his entire career.
27.8 points in year 20. Now, I don't want to get into the whole argument. Right. To me, longevity matters. In all sports, I've argued back and forth about players like getting in the Hall of Fames when they didn't have long careers. Longevity to me means something. You're talking about a guy that's been in the league for 2 decades, is almost averaging 30 points a game. That's insanity.
It's crazy.
Insanity, bro. They suck. Their team is trash. But man, is he still a sight to behold? Jesus Christ.
Team does kind of suck.
I want you to think back, man. I want you to think back 20 years ago. 20 years ago. We were teenagers, both of us. Young teenagers at that. And there was this kid coming out of high school, and everyone said he's the heir apparent. He's the next big thing. And you kind of had to think to yourself, you're like, I mean, is he though? You know, we hear stuff like that. Is he really? And here we are 20 years later, and he's still just doing his damn thing.
I mean, he'll always be my goat. So he can do whatever. People can say, you can compare, blah, blah, blah. Me personally, I grew up with him, watching him dominate literally the best basketball league in the world, single-handedly. How old was Michael Jordan his last year? Caleb said.
Well, he didn't play 20 seasons because he retired.
And he also was terrible for the Wizards.
And let's look. Oh, MJ. I mean, he was not a young chicken going into those last couple of years for the Wizards, but he did, have some time off. Michael Jordan retired at the age of 39. but he did not play 20 total seasons. He played 15 total seasons in the NBA. So Michael Jordan did not make it to year 20. He made it to year 15 because he retired in 93, 94, and then was retired for 3 more years from the ages of 35 to 37. So, but no, I mean, hey, at the end, he was still put up 20 a game. At 38, he put up 23. At 39, he put up 20. So, it's not 28, but he was still fun to watch as a Wizard.
He was.
He was old as shit. I will say, though, the NBA season, I mean, NBA is always kind of weird for me right now because we're still in the prime time of the NFL. So I still watch, but we're still so early into the season where it's like there's still a lot to be figured out. And if you look at the standings in the NBA, who knows? Outside of the Eastern Conference, you've got some heavy hitters up top. But the West, the 1 seed is the Denver Nuggets at 21-11. And then the Timberwolves are the 11 seed at 16-18. There's a 6-game difference from first seed to 11th seed. So the West is all over the place. I will say Golden State being as bad as they are is shocking. I don't know what happened there. Won the championship last year. They are 16-18 right now. 13-2 at home. 3-16 on the road. How is that possible? It's basketball. How are you so bad on the road?
It's basketball.
Literally the worst team in the NBA on the road. And yet you're 13-2 at home. I don't get it. Lakers are trash. Pistons are trash. Pistons blew like a 13-point lead last night with 3 minutes left in the game. Lost it overtime by 11. They're garbage. The Brooklyn Nets are all of a sudden good. And I don't like it. They've won 9 games in a row, Terry. They are 22-12.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't watched them play too much.
On a 9-game winning streak, and Kevin Durant has been balling out of his mind. You know who hasn't been?
He had a whole didn't he say they were him and his team beefing a little bit or something? I don't know. It's weird.
I mean, he seems like a guy that's pretty easy to have beef with. So
yeah,
but he's averaging 30 points a game. I
mean, nobody's doubted how good he is, right?
No, never once. Never once have I said anything about Kevin Durant's abilities on the basketball court. Off the basketball court, he's a little bit of a nightmare. But that whole nightmare team is starting to figure it out, which sucks. But you'll notice they're starting to figure it out, and it's been quiet. There has not been a lot of talk about them over the past couple of weeks, and they're a good basketball team. I truly believe that the outside noise that comes out of Brooklyn has a major impact on how that team performs.
Oh, for sure.
And when you don't hear the noise, they're a good team.
That's right, Lee. Y'all need to start talking more shit.
Yeah, let's just create a controversy. I heard something about Kyrie and Jewish people again, so let's start that back up.
Bro, people are wild, bro.
Oh, my God, dude. Not sports related, but, Kanye West, yay, or whatever his name is. So I saw this thing. Have you seen his, it's not official yet, but have you seen his supposed merch that's supposed to be coming out? All right, go to Google. go to Google real quick. And just Google Kanye West new merch. Kanye West merch, whatever you want to look up. Look at these shirts.
What in the
What does that look like to you?
Stop.
Have you seen these?
No.
So, like I said, I don't know if any of it's official, but there's reports and rumors that it is. My man's shirts say ye in the shape of a swastika.
Bruh.
You can't make it up, dude.
Who's wearing this?
swear at this. Who is your target audience here, Kanye? Believe it or not, a lot of the people that still go for that stuff probably not big Kanye fans.
Bro, ain't no way.
Ain't no way, right? Ain't no way.
Ain't no way.
Chad, if any of y'all haven't seen what I'm talking about, go to Google and just
It's literally
type
making
in Kanye
swastikas
West.
and yee.
Wild stuff, right?
Bro. So they said that Adidas has over $500 million worth of Kanye merch that they can't sell because they split ties.
Well, yeah. And I mean,
Bro,
well deserved.
you about to see some people in Africa be rocking Yeezys, bro.
Bro, Yeezys, dog. Crazy. So I know
it's like those t-shirts where it's like the other losing team. They say they wins the Super Bowl. Yeah.
The Super Bowl shirts over in Africa. Yeah, hilarious. So I know we want to try and keep this to about an hour. We got a few more minutes. There is a major topic that came up today in the NFL, and I wanted to just talk a little bit about it. J.J. Watt.
Yep.
Officially announced that this is his last season. He will be retiring after these last 2 football games. Put in a post that it was his kid's first game and his last home game. So it's looking like it is coming to an end for old JJ Watt.
By the way, he still dominates.
Yeah, I was actually.
Dominates.
He's got 9.5 sacks this year.
Yeah, and he dominates. Like me and Matt, we were watching the game. Like, bro, you can't block JJ Watt.
He's still got it. The injuries, I think, have taken a toll, and with him having a baby,
I think having a baby. I don't know, because I watch him, Remy, and physically he still dominates.
I know
he still
he very well could be one of those guys that's I'm done. And then camp ends.
Playing for the Cardinals will make you want to retire.
Yeah, I get it. You know, it's funny that he left Houston because he wanted to go to a team that had a chance, and he went to Arizona. We thought good things were going to happen, and they're just as bad. I think he still got it, but I mean, if he does walk away with having a kid and being recently married and everything, I mean, he owes nothing else to the game. He has been a dominant force,
Hall of Famer, unbelievable
for a very long time. So it got me thinking, and I have said all along, if not for the injuries, I think you would have to very seriously take a long look at him as being the greatest defensive player to ever play the game. I think the injuries keep him out of that conversation as the greatest ever. But I do think that man still, at the end of the day, even with the injuries, is top 5 defensive player to ever step on the field.
He's so good.
3-time defensive player of the year. You got to think about that. I mean, Jason Taylor got into the Hall of Fame as a 1-time defensive player of the year. My man had 3-time defensive player of the year.
Had defensive tackle.
Yeah, 3-4 defensive end.
3-4 defensive end.
One of the harder positions to dominate the sport from, and he dominated it. Absolutely dominated it. I think he's a little bit overshadowed in the fact that Aaron Donald came along right after him. He had his dominant stretch, and then Aaron Donald immediately came in and had his dominant stretch.
JJ Watt is better though than Aaron Donald. His JJ Watt's best was better than Aaron Donald's best.
I think a lot of it is going to come down to the longevity in between the argument between those two.
Dude, honestly, I won't be surprised if Aaron Donald retires.
Yeah, see, and that's where I think the argument becomes interesting. If Aaron Donald plays until 34, then I think Aaron Donald will take that, go above J.J. Watt. And maybe really, if he plays till 34, he should be in that argument for best to ever play defense in the NFL. But if he does step away, which there's been a lot of talk. I mean, he said it last year, he would walk away from the game. And once again, he's another one of those guys. What else does he have to do? He doesn't won a Super Bowl. He's won all the awards. He doesn't really need to do anything else in his career. If he steps away, now I do think I would still say JJ over Aaron Donald. But I seriously think, I mean, even with the missing all that time with those injuries, JJ to me is still top 3, top 5. Just most dominant defensive players we've ever seen.
I still think JJ can play. So
I do too. I do too. And like I said, I looked at it this year. He had a 3-sack game a couple weeks ago. My man still got something left in the tank. But like I said, we are in a different era of football where people are a little more willing to walk away, even when they have something left in the tank, so that they can, have more of a life outside of the game.
Right.
Man, I'm going to miss watching that guy play on Sundays if he is gone. If he is done and he does walk away, he's been one of my favorite players to watch over the past 10 years.
He's been good. He's been good. That's for sure.
See, Caleb right there keeps him out of that conversation. I mean, it's crazy. It is wild, though, if you think about it. We went from J.J. Watt to Aaron Donald like that, and we got the pleasure of watching two of the greatest defensive linemen, and one right after the other.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Reggie White and Bruce Smith. We got that. We got that in our
era. For sure.
So yeah, man, I definitely hate to see that. Well, him walk away. I hope these last two games he's able to make some crazy shit happen and leave some lasting memories on the field the last 2 weeks. Just sucks that he's going out on a 4-11 Cardinals team.
That does suck.
Is out of it completely. But yeah, I mean, we'll get a little bit more into the season stats once the season actually ends. I'm a big stats guy. I know that you are too.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go and look at some of these numbers, some of these players have been putting up this year, it's pretty damn impressive. Keep your eyes out, those of you who are, maybe not that big into the stats. Justin Jefferson has a chance to make some very historic stuff happen these next 2 weeks. So,
he's unbelievable.
Just be on the lookout for that. My man's 244 yards away from 2,000 receiving yards with 2 games left to go. And he's had multiple 200-yard games this year. So just be on the lookout for that. And I think he's like 22 catches away from the receptions record. I mean,
imagine trading that guy away for Antonio Brown in Dynasty.
Oh, man. Oh, fantasy football. Looks like neither one of us are going to win the inaugural Hard Pass League. Rest in peace.
Whatever.
I lost. Yeah, whatever, dude.
Yeah.
Football's dead, dude. If Allen Goodman wins both leagues, I'm done.
But we appreciate everybody hanging out. I think we're going to wrap it up here. It was fun being back. We want to wish you guys all a happy holidays. I hope you all got what you wanted for Christmas. I hope you got to see the fam. Everybody staying safe. I know the cold thing that went across everywhere but out here. It was 72 degrees today in Arizona. It kind of went across everywhere but out here. Everybody stay safe. Enjoy we won't talk to y'all until we come back.
Mm-hmm. It'll be next year, dude.
Next year, dude.
Dude, see you next year, dude.
But we hope everybody has a safe holidays, happy New Year's. We look to broaden this thing out next year. Whatever that looks like.
Big, huge, major shout out to, I know he's not watching, but to Ryan Wirtz, my sister's husband, who is marketing and development number one for old Hard Pass Sports. My man went around the bars the other night asking random strangers to go subscribe to Hard Pass Sports. So we hit our annual we have 100 subscribers. Goal. We have exactly 100 subscribers to the YouTube
now
page.
Now it's time to go edit.
Let's go. Change the URL, baby. We're in there. Marketing and development.
But like I said, everybody be safe. Everybody have a happy holidays. And we look to talk to y'all next year. We will holler at you guys later.